What's up, Chew? What you up to? What's going on, Ashley? Welcome in. Hey, Raspberry. See, I told you. Bob gets said hello to first before I even do. Hold on, give me just a second. Getting all my essentials. Nancy and Michael got off a little early tonight. That's good. They need to spend some time together. Only because you're scared of him. Whatever. Hi, Donna. How you doing? Nick, what's going on? I told you if I started Bob's own channel, he'd have more subs than me. I don't know if I want to quite do that yet. That would really make me feel inferior as a small time YouTuber if Bob had more subs than me, and I know he'd get more subs than me. Where could I sneak? I don't know if I could. Probably not. Yeah, our postal system here really is pretty slow. Hey, Richard, what's going on? How is everybody tonight? You guys over watching Michael? He got off early. I know Raspberry was over there. That was everybody's Wednesday. I was feeling like shit today all day. I got sent home early. My boss walked in the door, looked right at me, and said, "You don't look good. Do you want to go home?" I know it's Thursday for you. For us, it was Wednesday. It's coming up on Thursday. Yes, I know. Woods is even more from the future than you. He's 18 hours in the future. Just woke up, so I missed it all. St. Jude's auction. Caught Michael signing off. Yeah, dude. The St. Jude's auction went pretty well, actually. It's rent day for me, so I didn't have any money I can throw down, but I was sitting there lurking, watching. The St. Jude's auction is an auction that the Stackers Corners put on. That's My Silver Journey and uh, Stack Attack Silver and Gold had a charity auction that they held for St. Jude's. All the proceeds go to St. Jude's. So a bunch of people donated pieces and stuff like that and donated money, and then they went on and they were buying stuff on an auction. So big night for the stacking community over there. St. Jude's is a charity. It's actually a nonprofit organization that that pays for child cancer research and helps children beat cancer. A huge, yes, a very, very good cause. Cancer's a bitch. So children with cancer is even, yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow. I couldn't imagine. But they had a big auction tonight, so a bunch of people were over there auctioning off stuff. They were auctioning off stuff that the community had donated, and Mr. Warren donated, which is a coin shop that MSJ works for. He is the owner of the coin shop. Super cool guy. He donated for it as well. It was pretty cool. There was a lot of stuff on the table. Went for pretty high dollar because it's for a good cause as well. People showed up. Super, super good things. I kind of mentioned that when I was around Michael's channel that they were doing good things over there right now. And he's like, yeah, that's probably where all the people are. And I didn't really say anything, but that could have been. I don't know. I don't know if there was just not very many people over there or not, or if that's why he got off, or if he really wanted to go spend time with Nancy because I thought she was sitting right next to him, but I don't know. I hope he's okay. I hope he wants to spend time, I hope he wasn't upset because of viewership, because that's no reason to be upset. We went there was 50 what? People watching? Yeah, that's a lot. Over at Stacker's Corner? Yeah, for stuff as well as take care of all the fees and all the charges. Super cool. It's a great cause. Oh, medical care around here. The medical bill for my my care for my aneurysm. I had a 24-hour nurse in the ICU for 2 weeks straight, and then upstairs for another 4 days. So I was in the hospital for almost 3 weeks. My downstairs care was like 90 something thousand dollars a day with the procedure and all the aftercare. It was crazy. Yeah, but I didn't have to pay it. Fortunately for me, I got lucky and qualified for Obamacare, which took care of 80%, and then the hospital waived the other 20. So it all worked out. What's going on, brother? How you doing, Curtis? Yeah, you're a senior, so are you on Medicaid Part A and B? Well, then you're not quite a senior. I know you're close, but you're still not there. What's up, Southeast? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Doing good. Just chilling. Michael and Nancy ended early, so I said, "Come on over." Came over, set up some coins, and sat down. Hit the play button. You know, if they're not going to get the viewers or they don't want to hang out with people, I do. So I'll run it. I've been known to run right after them anyways because I don't want to steal from them or do anything like that. I want to be respectful for everybody. Everybody should get their time. They're good till about 8:39 most of the time. Age is just a number. That is correct. Yeah, well, everybody has their good days and their bad days. Raspberry. No, it's not. And Donna, I feel you there. I feel you there. I mean, I'm turning 47 on December 4th, right? So, you know, I know I'm getting to an age to where I can already feel it. I've been feeling it for the last couple of years, right? So, I know 47 is not old, but it's older than most of the people that I'm around most of the time. Everybody in my shop is younger than me. So, yes, it is, Raspberry. And you gotta. That's funny, Southeast. My dad said something along those lines too. Just to let me know. He goes, getting old. It ain't for the weak. Trust me. I knew this one cat. He had 11,000 bitcoins. All he did was buy Amazon meds. Yeah, your dad went through some hard times. Southeast. I'm sure of it, especially being a nom. Took a bunch of scared kids, threw them down there, and said, "Go." A lot of kids, a lot of people did become tough ones through those times. You're as old as the woman you feel. 11,000 BTC is a lot of money. It's 11,000 Bitcoin. You said that because your mom was younger than you? That's funny. Right on, bro. I appreciate you coming by. What are you up to tonight? You get ready to go to bed? Have a good night, Curtis. You remember the Avengers in the 60s on TV. That would have been a show. I don't think I ever recall that being a show that I watched. Donna, have a good night. It is raining hard outside, you guys. It is coming down. Yeah, I remember Justice League, but I don't remember Avengers. Yeah, of course. It's been a minute. It's been a long time. It was still a comic in the 60s. It was like 67. Oh, yeah, I told Raspberry what the pokey meant, and she pretty much died laughing on the floor when I told her what the pokey was. And then I turned my camera around and showed it to her on Google just to show her. She died laughing. It was pretty funny. Wonder Twins power activate. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny. She was laughing pretty hard. No, not Pokey the horse. Like getting sent to the Pokey. The Jonathan Winter Show. Yes, there was a claymation cartoon called Gumby, and his sidekick was a horse named Pokey. Hi, Gatita. What's up, Bellows? Yes, Gumby and Pokey. My mom loved Gumby. My God. Yeah, my mom loved that thing. The ones that had the wires in them and you could form them however you. I thought you were a girl. Yeah, there were some pretty crazy shows in the 60s and 70s. Who's in someone? Anyways, I was saying my phone just glitched, did some weird shit. Um, I was over in Sandy's chat earlier, and they were talking about which sovereign coins they would rather stack, and they were talking about Britannia's, the Kangaroo, the Krugerrand. So, what sovereign coins would you guys prefer to collect other than or stack other than the ASE? Do you guys have any favorites? Nick, you like the Kangaroos? Yes. Okay. So Morgans, they're not 100% silver. So we're talking 0.999. I like Morgans as well. Don't get me wrong, but we're talking 0.999. So like the Maple, the Britannia, the Libertad, you know, the Kangaroo, the Krugerrand, the Panda. Nobody. Yeah, see, I like Libby's. The premium's a little high on them though, but I like Libby's. How much time do you have before your dental surgery, Humble? Are you nervous about it? I would be freaking out if it was me. I hate needles in my mouth. Dude, I know. So on the 20th is when I go in. The 20th, 15 days, bro. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I really do. They're yanking them all. They're gonna numb me and then they're gonna nitrous me. I'm gonna be awake through the whole process, they said. And I got my heart all racing, man. I'm all stressed out about it. Yeah, I know it's gonna be painful. Libertads. You got your type 1 and your type 2. Yes, it is, Bellows. So this is a type 1. The older ones. This is an 85. So it's pretty old. I forgot Mexico is the only other. That's type 1. This is type 2. Those are the two types that are most common. You can probably find some older ones, but I don't know if they're Libertads or if they're one. They call them one onza, which is an ounce anyways, but coin, which is a way to decipher the difference. But I'm not quite sure. I do know there are other Mexican coins out there that are silver, but there are some that are just 10% silver as well. This is a gold plated silver round. But I like the type ones. Nick says Panda is better. Pandas are pretty. These Libertads are, they actually say right on them. I don't have my light on here. This one doesn't. It says 1985, Mexico. Oh, 0.999. Yeah, it says right on it. What's going on, Broke? I love Libby's too. I do like the Libertads. I do. And to be honest with you, um, I think in comparison, our ASE, whether it be Type 1 or Type 2, is boring in comparison to a lot of other world rounds out there. I do like my, if I can't get a Libby for really cheap, which is hard to do because the premiums are so high. If I'm gonna buy a sovereign coin, if it's not an ASE, because if you're gonna stack a sovereign coin, you might as well stack the country that you live in. There's more of them, they're more abundant, and you can always get them, and they're easily identifiable and they're easy to turn if you ever needed to. So ASEs are in this country definitely the coin that you should be stacking if you're going to stack sovereign coins, or at least have some in your stack. But when it comes to sovereign coins, Britannias and Libertads are out there. They're definitely two of the better ones in my opinion. Yeah, I do like the Britannia. I always have. It's just a good looking coin. Britannias are nice. You melt Canadian Invisible? Yeah, if I'm gonna stack a sovereign coin other than an ASC, it's mostly gonna be a Britannia. I have like three. I have three Libertads, one Krugerrand. I'm sure they're 0.9999. You're still getting that. You're still getting BU ASCs for $50. Good. It's a good deal. I somehow have a whole bunch of 2002s. I don't know how it happened, but I do. I have a whole bunch of. I started off with a whole tube of 2024s, and now I have a tube of 2002s for the most part. It's crazy how it changed that specific tube. So you guys, you can get Constitutional for pretty cheap right now. Are you guys buying? Are you? Is anybody buying still? Anything, whether it be rounds or bars? Anybody pick anything up lately? Yeah, you could, but why would you? Got a couple of copper Bitcoin rounds in today. Got a pretty nice quarter too. You were doing Eagles for $2 over until this week. Now $4 over. You got a Franklin for 17. I just got. I was over on Whatnot. I just got a silver Ike bicentennial, so 1976 silver Ike for $13. That's a score. We got a couple of these Bitcoin copper rounds. In just a second, one of the same thing. They're pretty cool though. I like the silver ones better, but the copper ones aren't bad. I like copper. It's pretty. I don't stack it. It's just like consolation prize for what I didn't win, for when I didn't win. So just a couple more rounds to put in the old tube here. 3 more and she's full. Stack of 25. That's my second one. Of just rounds lying around. Dealer pays 70% off milk for what? These are all things that I just found lying on my table here. I've been sitting here for weeks and weeks. I have packages going out tomorrow to a bunch of people. So anybody who's in chat, thank you for your patience. Things will be going out tomorrow. I thank you all You all rock. $30 for a silver dollar. Well, $13 for a 40% Ike wasn't bad either. Yeah, I thought it was a good deal. Does that say? I see Bob is popular. Bob is popular. Bob is popular. Bob's an asshole, though. A big old 2-ounce plug. Pulled this out of the safe recently. It's just been kind of sitting back there. I think it's been sitting back there for about 8 months or something. I pulled it out a little while ago. It's been kind of sitting on my table here with a bunch of other stuff. I gotta clean this stuff up. It's a mess. I got silver everywhere. I got Ikes and copper rounds everywhere. Dollars everywhere. Silver shot everywhere. It's like a precious metals bomb went off in my living room. You like the Type 176 Ike? It's one of my favorite Ikes. And that's because it's my birth year. It's one of my favorite Ikes. But I've got another one in the GSA as well. Kind of like the Carson here. It's in one of these, but it doesn't say Carson City. It's like, kind of like this. It's a 71. It's a proof. It's not as frosty as that 78, though. My 78 is way more frostier than this. Yeah, for Dwight Eisenhower. And if you think about it, it's a rattler. It's a pretty cool cop around. What's that, Tim? Yeah, they call him a few things. That they did. I got this D-Day coin, right? It was like low mintage, like 30,000 of them minted. You guys got any of these? It's got the king on the front. Yes, they campaigned really differently back then. Buttons and flyers, and yep, it was a lot different than it is now. I, it's a toss-up for me between Junior and Trump. But every president gets made fun of, and they all have their own ways of being made fun of. See, see, you go, and you get fooled. You fool me once, you know, and well, you just can't get fooled again. Yeah, there was a lot of Bushisms that were pretty funny. Yes, it doesn't matter what president it is. Saturday Night Live will beat on all of them. And I think they're probably one of the ones that are the most open about making fun of presidents. Even if you think about the Daily Show, they still pick on every president. It's just whoever the president is at the time. I don't know if he bumbled his way into the White House or if higher forces were in play. But yes, he did make it into the White House. And a 20-foot statue made up of him today and used as a dive box. Nice. Of who? What president? Are you talking about Bush W. Jr.? Your prime minister? Nice. See, here, that would have been considered a threat of violence, and somebody would have gone to jail for it. Even if it was on a celebration day like that. But we don't have a tradition like that either. They try to limit the amount of fire going on in the streets around here. They don't encourage it for a day. But we do different stuff as well. Stuff that's hard to explain sometimes, I guess. Just as a country. Low fire, high bullets, yeah. What was I looking for? I want to show you guys that quarter I got. So I've been cleaning off this table. And I was able to put more of silver shot into that little silver shot bag I was been building on. So that's going to go over there in the thing to add to it. Found another copper round. It's a pretty nice one. It's a proof. Get your pictures. Get your pitchforks and torches. Not sovereign coins yet, I don't think. These on rounds. Found this sitting over there. Just cleaning off my table, things that I've just got sitting over there. And I still have a whole pile of stuff I gotta go through. And I'm not a penny collector, but somehow this is in my mix. Signature series. But I don't collect pennies, so it really doesn't matter much to me what that is. But Dictator Don in any coins? No, he's not on any coins as of yet. But who knows what the future will entail. But cardinal rule is the person on the coin, if ever on a coin, is somebody who is not alive. So in order for El Presidente to be on a coin, he would have to die. And I don't think he wants to be on a coin that bad. Yeah, as he would say, we're working on it. Coin. I'm not sure, Jason. Found 3 emails from yesterday. Each had a page of Google code telling me not, if not giving me any personal email contact with you. All right, well, email me your phone number and I'll just text it to you, Richard. Yeah, because I did send it, so. I found this sitting over there. Not a big gold foil fan, but I like the black notes. They're cool. Yeah, I mean that's all they really are. It's just added color. I think I showed these the other night, but I like these commemorative gold plated nickel and dime or nickel and penny. I don't even know where I got these from. That's how long I've had them. I'll check, buddy. Could have been from gauze, who knows? I win a lot of gauze and whatnot just sitting there lurking in people's channels. One second, guys. Sorry about that. 1/20th ounce gold coins. Nothing wrong with using a flip phone still. Just means you're completely off the radar. Depending on the flip phone. Is it a Razr? You got it. I like the 2 peso coin. I like the $2.50 gold coin as well, which I want to get add to my gold collection with the princess. Then I'm gonna get a half-ounce one. I'm gonna work on getting a pre-33 set, Indians and princess. Got a big bonus coming up. I just don't know if I want to go heavy on silver or heavy on gold. I'm probably going to err the way I would normally and go heavy on silver. Well, if you think about it, Bellas, a 1/20th, right? So an ounce right now is just about 4,000. Divided by 20. Yeah, it's a good gibby. You never know, Raspberry. You could probably get gold from other places too. I've given away some pretty cool stuff over on Whatnot as gibbies, as I try to. But it's all during a show, so it's stuff that I've already got set up for a show, if I ever do. I ran a show the other night and lost my ass, but I haven't ran a show in 2 weeks before that. It's been a while. No, I didn't know he had one like that. But at $5 a spot, that's not bad. Yeah, it's a good deal. $5 a spot. If you think about it, he's only getting $1,000. He's barely covering costs for the coin. Somebody needs to go in and just buy 100 spots. It's a numbers game. I just want to put together. I want to put together a nice pay dirt bag for my birthday. Paying something on my birthday. I think that would be cool. Go live for a few hours, panning and bullshit with my friends. December 4th is right around the corner. It's less than a month away. Yeah, it's cool. Go for it. You know I'm down with that. Go ahead. If anybody can enter something and get free gold, I'm down with anybody doing that. So tag away. This Eagle Privy. Eagle right there. Such a special coin because it's got an eagle on it. Too bad it's not a type 1. That would have been sick. But they don't make type 1s anymore. Yeah, $5 a spot, that is pretty much free gold. Especially if you win on $5. I mean, I won my quarter ounce eagle on Whatnot for 62. Well, it was more like 60, but yeah. This guy. That was a roller coaster of the night because I put up a gram of gold on a Whatnot show and it was running and Blue Collar came in and he bet the game was like 18 spins in, right? And they were running for like $5 a spin. And he came in on his third spin and won the gram of gold. I made like $40 on the gram of gold. It was horrible. I want to get a silver panda, but I want to do some research to find out which one doesn't have those spotting problems. Buck and Go. Put your panda down. Oh, Nick, I might have almost dropped it, Nick. What's going on, Nick? That silver shot pouch is getting heavier and heavier. About 3/4 of an ounce, say about 21 grams, something like that. Sent an email the other day to me, Nikki. Okay, I'll check it. Ultra breaks are fun to watch, but they're full of anxiety. But I mean, you just got to understand that the best you're going to win is an ounce of silver, and you might get just a common whatever, and you might get something better. Oh, yes, I saw that. I didn't get a chance to check it out, but I did see the email with your website. Now that I think about it, so I'll check it out though soon. See what you got, because I'm gonna be in the market here soon for a bunch of stuff. Who are you talking to, bro? Are you talking to me, Richard? I was born in '78. You get around 8 different ones, Bellows. That's cool. Yeah, I was born in '78. I figured as much, Bellows. I knew you were right around there, just based on the kind of music you listen to. I got type 1s. Like I said, I prefer type 1s. Here, I got a type 1. I'll show you. Check this one out. Let's see a cool type 1. Okay, alright, Invisible, I guess. Oh, that's cool, Nikki. So here's one. Here's a type 1 that I like. It's 86. Type 1 proof. 86 first year release, baby. That's the next type one. That's my favorite one. This one's second because it's like signed, so for some reason it's worth more. 1 of 500, I think it was. And this like Lynn Buckley is worth more for some reason. Oh, this is the 1 of 500. Right? And then you got this one here, which is the gold back, the gold frame. So this one's worth more. It's a 1 of 2,000. But at the end of the day, they're just ounces of silver. Break them free, nobody know the difference. It's just an ounce. To be clear, I haven't spent nowhere near each one of these eagles. I spent less than $20 on, and this one I spent 25 on. So here's a type 2. That's a type 2. They came after 23. This is a type 1. I don't know why first year releases are better, or early releases even. I do, however, know why Carson Cities are better. And this one's proof like. Let's see how that's all frosted. I want to send it in for grading, but I just can't afford it. I spun 4 times for $70, and I got 2 hits. That was one of them, and an ounce of silver was another one. This actual buffalo round right here. For $70. Ooh. Metal abuse. Yeah, it was a good deal. I got this here for $12 over my buddy's room. I do really well on Whatnot when I play. I always end up making money on the deal no matter what. Like, because I got this for $25. And while I was in the guy's room waiting for the reveal, I won a peace dollar, another half ounce, and 2 silver dimes in giveaways. So while waiting, and the guy who, the same guy picked envelope 1 and 3, I picked number 2. The same guy picked 1 and 3. He had to have been pissed. I'm the year of the horse. That's correct. I am year of the horse. And I'm born in December as well. So, ironically enough, my zodiac sign is December, the Sagittarius, the Centaur, and my Chinese zodiac is the horse. So, I am a horse, true and true. And December, Sagittarius is Archer, and ironically enough, a centaur has a bow and arrow with him a lot of times, or a sword, but a lot of times a bow and arrow. I know. Next year is my year. A lot's going to change for me. I'll have new teeth, and that's going to be a life changing event alone. I'm scared as shit to get them all pulled out, but I mean, you guys, literally right now, I can probably put my hand in my mouth and pull one tooth out. It's so loose. Everything's all broken, except for a few. Oh, so my buddy that I've known for over 25 years. So this guy, he was a pit tech for me when I was managing a series of lube shops and I was a training manager, right? So they would send me all the new people. I would train them at their positions and I'd send them out to their stores. I'd have them for about 3 weeks to 6 weeks. So Blue was one of my guys. We called him Blue. He worked downstairs in the pit, so he was a pit tech. His name was Blue. All right, and he was hella cool. Well, I came across him. I run a discount tire now up in the same kind of area he lived in. So he came in the other day, a couple weeks ago. We chatted, and I'm like, "Do you know who I am?" And he goes, "No, who are you?" And I'm like, "I told him," and he goes, "No shit." So we started bullshitting and caught up. He comes in the other day because I was told him I panned for gold. Came in the other day with a vial with gold in it. Now I'll tell you, the gold vial that he had was the size of this one, right? It had water in it, and he had more gold in it than this, right? This is about 2 grams. He had more gold in it than this, and it was chunkier, but it was filled with water, right? And he goes, "Dude, I found a good spot. We need to go panning for gold." And he goes, "Let's go." And I'm like, "You gotta give me a little more time. When can we, let's schedule this." And he goes, "Okay, I'll call you." And he hasn't called me yet, but I'll tell you, I'm super excited because he found a spot that has a lot of gold in it, and I want to go panning and find some more gold. I am totally down. I need to rip out too. What do you mean you need to rip out too? Yeah, dude. I'll be honest with you. I'm scared, but I know it'll be good in the long run. I'll have dentures when I leave, so I'll have like 4 days I'll need to heal. I'll have to be drinking my dinner. Yeah, I'm just scared. So, Nick, your package will go out tomorrow. You have a couple poker chips in it. Make sure Chad gets one. One for you and one for Donna. Raspberry, of course, you're going to get my last sticker. So you get a new one. I know. You'll get one too. As soon as I get your package out, you're going to have a whole bunch of stuff in there. It's going to be a mosh posh of shit. Yeah, well, I mean, I go to Chip Lab and you can get them by the 25, right? So it costs you $20 for 25 of them, and then $5 or yeah, it cost me $29 total to get them shipped here and the chips. And I don't mind buying them by the 25 because I don't want to be buying 300 poker chips and then never giving them out or having the same chip for 300 times. I'll just buy in small increments in case I want to change the design next time. But I think this is still a cool chip. I like the design still. I got to get one out to MSJ still because he's like, I don't have your poker chip. I got to get one out to him. But I think it's a cool chip. But I have a lot of cool chips. I mean, I had my chips all out on display one time. Oh, silver down. I have quite a few of them. Knocking over my stand and shit. Look at Bob. He's still holding that gun. He is holding it down. He knows what's right for him. Good job, Bob. You get your poker chips off Temu? Is that what you said? Bob better not get baited at all. You said you got your chips on Temu. Yeah, see, he held the gun. That's what I'm talking about. He's learning. He's knowing his role. I'm telling you, the minute I put him on security, everything was better for him. I think he was just intimidated by holding gold or silver. He just had to hold a silver gun instead. Something a little more manageable for him. He does way better with the gold with the gun. If you notice, the tip of the barrel never touched the ground. I mean, that is baller status. It didn't even actually move. He held on to it the same exact way he would the whole time. Are you sure you don't mean Etsy? This just doesn't seem like something you would get from Timo. It's actually good quality. If you got this from Timo, this is good quality. They all nowadays have some sort of brass or copper or some sort of metal plug in there that's magnetic. Yours is a much stronger of a connection. But you can tell when it's a cheap chip. Like this is a cheap chip. You can tell it's really plastic, it's thin, small, no weight to it. I think Jeff Rubin sent this to me. He did actually send me a chip that was cool. I'm trying to find it right now. April. This one. The Harley Quinn chip. This one's cool. The person who sent me the chip first, my first ever swag pack was MSJ. First poker chip ever. And then Cartier. And then FG. And then I got my Tres Amigos ones. And then just a whole bunch of chips from other people. Tuli. She was like my second subscriber. Try to get a chip out to 7 stacks tomorrow. Broke Stacker, I have his chip here. That was actually the name I put into YouTube when I was trying to come up with a name. That was the first one I put in. I was irritated that somebody had it already, but that's all right. I think the Humble Stacker is more fitting for me anyways. What do you guys think? I think Humble's fitting. Suits me. Hey Bellows, are you still in chat? Bellows, you still in chat or did you go to sleep? Bellows. All right, no Bellows, I guess. What time is it? Oh, it's only 9:53. It's early still. I have a safety meeting here. An earlier ounce with the coin press on it? I don't think so. The only ounce I have is the one I showed you guys. I don't think this is the earlier one. I think this is the one from the 80s because this is an 85. So this is an early one of those ones though. It might. It says tells you what it is. So no, I don't think so, Richard. This isn't the older one. This is still an older one, but not the one you're talking about, I don't think. Unless you see what I'm talking what unless I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't see what you're saying. Why fake sunlight? Because she has a lizard, and the lizard has a fake inhabitant, right, or a fake habitat. So at a certain point, the lights come on for daylight, and then at a certain point, they just go black. And I've been on the phone with her when both of them happen on video chat. So it's either whop right in her face, really bright, and then when it turns off, it like goes black. And she's like, "Did you see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's pretty funny when it happens, especially if she's talking because she. Gatita, are you out there? Bartender really did it this time. Broke my parole to have a good time. When I walked in, it was 6 a.m. The door was locked, so I kicked it in. She was tripping on the bills. I think she was high on some pills. Ugh. Yeah, it was raining pretty hard a few minutes ago or a little while ago, but it kind of died down. It's not raining that hard anymore. Oh, Thanks, bro. Did you email me your phone number? I'll just text you my stuff if the email won't work. I'm sure you probably put it on there. I just wanted to double check. I know you said that it was on one of the emails. Raspberry, honey, good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow sometime. Oh, Raspberry, my watch hours jumped up to 1,400 and something. So they are going up. Oh, I know why. Just telling you. Thank you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. In chat, and it'll bring you right to our website or right to our channel. We're home alone. I'm home alone. Are you home alone? Well, I'm not home alone. I got Bob. Bob is right here. He is chilling. He does keep me company. He's got this shit on lockdown. Bob's my guy. Well, not my guy. He's definitely my alien, though. Nick, you're never alone, bro. I'm always there for you. For sure, man. For sure. So, Nick, I was thinking about this. I've got 3 Morgans. Okay. We can work this out a couple ways. You can send me the Morgan you have and some more silver if you want. And I'll send the 3 pieces over to Greedy and get the ring done. So if you want, we can do it that way because I know it's 3 Morgans. So if you want to figure out whatever this. whatever it equals out to. I trust you to do the math at that point. But I'll still make it work because I got enough Morgans to do what we need to get done in order for you to get that ring. So, well, then work it out. I mean, he ain't going nowhere. I know where he lives. I can literally drive to his house in a couple hours. Keep in mind, one of the ones that you're going to want to use, you want to get one that's nice so you can show the lettering really nice and the date and stuff. Right? So try to get one that's in a cut. Well, try to get them all in decent shape. I mean, because they're still, you're using them for payment. And I'm sure the better the silver, the better the ring. Maybe, who knows, or the craftsmanship. I doubt that's going to be the case, but you never know. I would always want to make sure I sent primo stuff because I did when I sent for my ring and Cartier's ring. And this thing never leaves my finger unless I'm showing it off. Yeah, I got that ring. It does good work. But I know you know that, so that's why you want a ring because you've seen it. You saw the ring that Cartier got. I even took a video of when I opened it for him because he asked me to open it, so I opened it, took a video, and then sent it to him. But that kind of toning that he did on that, cool. Good job, Nick. So the toning that they did on it didn't last very long. So if it does tone yours, just keep in mind it'll probably wear off soon. I guess Cartier said it mostly wore off on his, but he can tone his anytime he wants, so he can always do it whenever he needs it. But still, just having one of these rings is sick. Like this one has the date on the inside. It says half dollar. It says 19. It's a 1946, if I'm not mistaken. It says Liberty across the face. It's pretty badass. He does great work. See, I think I've got. Got his poker chip right here. Yeah. So yeah, 3D Woodworks. Oh, I got this pour from him too. This is the first thing I ever got from him. I won it on a Gibby. .84 ounces of aluminum. Raspberry's pretty cool. Yeah, we talk all the time. We FaceTime on Discord. I'd say at least once every couple of days. Uh, John, that was Bait the Hook. Well, I get it, but that's what he does on his channel, right? So he just thought that, maybe he could branch out and get some people from my channel to check out a coin of his. But, I don't sell things on my channel. My channel's it's a hangout. It's a chill spot. It's groovy, baby. So it was a little strange. And he called us knuckleheads and got off. It's all right. He just didn't get the response he was looking for, I guess. What are you up to, John? Yeah, I got your email, bro. Yeah, we're here to talk. And that's kind of how I run my channel, you know, like I'm not here to sell shit. I'm here to fucking bullshit and talk metals and, you know, like silver dipped down a little bit today, didn't it? You know, gold dipped below 4 grand. It's 39.90 something, but still dipped below four. I hope it stays low until I get my bonus. Then I'm gonna be like, bam! I want to buy some stuff. I get a pretty decent bonus, so I've already accounted to half of it going towards metals. It normally dips in December. It does. It normally dips in December. But you can't, I mean, think about when it's done and where it's at, right? So it's still, you know, we started this year around $30 an ounce, whether it be just slightly over or not, or floating around it, right? So we started this year really low and we're still way high, right? So we're in unprecedented times. So it could dip, it could go up. Traditionally, it dips. So I still look for it to hopefully do traditionally what it would normally do. Now, not to be surprised if it does not do that and it does something different because it's silver. And when's the last time anybody was able to predict silver? If they were able to predict silver other than manipulating it like the Hunt brothers did, everybody would be rich. I want that silver to gold ratio to go down too, because then I'll be cashing in silver for gold. Because ultimately, that's what we stack for. We stack for the gold. I mean, it's easier to grab an ounce worth of 1/10 or 4 or 5 ounces worth of fractional, you know, getting close to an ounce right here of just fractional gold, right? So it is easy to, this isn't gold, you know, so it's easier to stack this in your pocket and have $4,000 with you than it is $4,000 worth of silver. Yeah, no, that's cool. I understand, John. Um, yeah, yeah, that's prepping. Do keep in mind you're still gonna want to have cash on hand, right? Because that's ultimately the silver and the other stuff is for like when the total economic cash just completely collapses and it's not to that point yet. It's still probably quite a little bit off, no matter what anybody might say, in my opinion. And nothing I say, of course, is financial advice. It's just me fucking shooting the shit. But I understand. I'd be prepped for that too. See, I have a lot of stuff lying around that I need to put together in one spot. But for the most part, I know where all my heavy stuff is. I know where all my value is. Silver to platinum ratio. Well, I was already talking about wanting to pick up some platinum coming around, and that was going to be my next big purchase. I was going to try to get 2 quarter-ounce pieces, because an ounce of platinum right now is like 16 something, 17 something, or like almost 17, somewhere around there. Picking up an ounce, that would be easy to do. Have some silver while it's down. If it stays down, hopefully it stays down, then at that point you can pick up some of everything. But if it goes down, it's only going to go down for a little bit before it goes back up, in my opinion. It's ready to take off again. The more valuable the silver is, the faster it grows to the speed of gold, the faster that bigger the gap is, or the smaller the gap is for that gold to silver ratio. But if they do a complete revalue on stuff like they were talking about, but I think that's far off. But if they do a revalue on stuff and revalue the silver to gold ratio, it'd be a lot more true. And then they have to actually adjust physical on hand. Tight, like in the low 80s, tight. Like, I mean, how tight are we talking? Because honestly, I didn't hear, it wasn't tight enough for me to have heard anything big, because it would have been, they would have talked about it all over the place on every channel. That would have been the thumbnail that would have definitely been the thumbnail for something Silver Dragons would have done. You know that as well as I do. And I didn't see him produce anything about it. So it might not have been that tight, but I guess it depends on what tight is for you. Because Silver Dragons, he's all about making sure you know exactly what's going on when it's going on. He brings you that stuff fast. He brings you information quick. I could never be that quick. Not anytime soon. I'd have to be like a full-time doing it all the time, and my whole persona would have to change. He's pretty big. If you think about it, 100 something, 200 something, I don't know, 250,000. $29-1. It was at $29-1. See, you know what? You know what the crazy thing about that is, though, Richard, is it could have been 12-1, right? You know what the problem is with that? Nobody's buying anyways, because the refiners aren't buying. There's no cash flow moving. If there was cash flow moving, it'd be different. And that would have been a beneficial time for people. But unless you know somebody, you would have liked to increase your platinum. So you'd have gone silver to platinum. Hey, that's cool. The better the silver to gold ratio, the better the silver to platinum ratio, I would imagine. Platinum is a lot more rare. Thousand Air likes platinum. I mean, a lot of stackers out there like platinum. They're just not very hip to it. Well, Jerome Powell's going to start printing cash here soon enough. If you watch what the headlines were saying, that's not me saying for sure, but that's what I think's going to happen. And when he starts printing cash, it starts devaluing the cash even more, so that makes stacking even more valuable. But it's going to make the price go up. And then when they can't stack silver, what are they going to start stacking? Because most of them are all priced out of gold anyways, so getting to the point where silver is almost pricing them out. So when they can't stack silver, what are they going to stack? Yeah, it just goes to show what price and market manipulation can do when they revalue things across the board. Wish this was gold. Proof sack. Before the Hunt brothers, platinum was twice so. Yeah, that makes sense on the platinum thing. But I do want to get some platinum. I was already planning on it. So hopefully I can get a couple of quarter ounce platinums or maybe just a half ounce. I'd rather a couple of quarters. It depends on where you're going. And, be honest with you, constitutional will come back into play if that ever does happen. Do keep that in mind. What's up, somebody? And it least fractional, whether it be grams, dimes, quarters. Yep. Nothing wrong with being prepared, dude. There's a bad stigma on preppers, but I don't give a shit. And then you got your buy your way through for bigger shit. You know, when you win a car, you're like, dude, here, take this. I'll trade you for your best pickup, whatever the case. But honestly, I had to start with something like this. That's what you start with. The lower currency. You got your silver dimes, quarters, 50-cent pieces. You know. Silver 50-cent pieces. You bust out your Morgans, your dollars. Harder bargain? Alright. 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 I get it. I get it. Here. Here. Let's go this route. Much better deal. Here. I'm ready to. Let's do it. I already have my out planned. I'm a good shot with either eye, so I can shoot right or left. I got a really nice sidearm. Back up, rifle, shotgun. I'm ready to go. I know how to hunt and do all that stuff. I got a survival kit in the car, go bag ready to go. How about I in our 1965 Ford 100 mechanic has just sitting with his collection. Yeah, that's not a bad deal. Check it out. Those had really no electronics in them at all. Really, even an EMP really wouldn't fuck them up too bad, except for maybe the starter. And you can always jump that because it doesn't have a starter. It's got like the ignition coil up on the driver's side, engine side panel. You just jumped out the screwdriver and it'll kick. Here are the reasons the first strike are better. They are new dies. Oh, you mean like early release and first strikes? Yeah, but it's still a 70. Does that say early release or first strike? Early release. Does it say early release? Yeah. I'm sure I've got a first strike somewhere, but thanks for the heads up on that. I appreciate the knowledge. Hmm. Ugh. Anyways, couldn't get 70 with worm dies. What? Oh, with worm dies. Yeah, that's why you get 69s. Most of them are 70s, I think. I know that's 69. That's a 69. No, 70. My eyes are tripping. The light's really dim here. 70. Yeah, they're all 70 for the most part. Even the AGE is a 70. I bet if I sent my panda in, I bet it'd come back pretty high. 4 graded Eagles the other day for $52. That's cool. Because you're going to get a 68, 69, or 70, right? I haven't seen a 67. I'm sure there are some, but I haven't seen any. But an eagle's an eagle, and if you're picking them up at $52, that's still a couple bucks over spot, depending on when the spot was. You know, if it was in the 50s, then you're good to go. But for an eagle, ultimately, I don't like paying out. I mean, you can get them for $1.49 over spot on JM or SD bullion. So why would you pay more for that? Well, all 69s, and if you're walking out with them, I guess it makes sense because you're not paying for shipping. How many did you buy? How many again? Four? Four graded ASEs. So that's not bad if you're picking up because you don't have to, you wouldn't have to, yeah. So, but at $52 a piece, you'd be over. So you are walking home with them, you know, instead of waiting for them to come. And they're graded. So it's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. All 69s? What years? Are they early years or late years? Because if you got some early year ones, man, that's badass. Like in 85 or in 86, some 87, 88, somewhere in there. Those are all sick. All type 1 variants. All right, that's cool. I'm a type 1 fan. You know, I prefer the type 1 back. I like the type 1s. But I like the type 1 Libby too, you know. But I think my favorite sovereign coin, other than a Libby, is a Britannia. And ironically enough, I don't have any Britannias. I've got a Krugerrand, I've got a Kangaroo, I've got a Philharmonic, I've got a Maple. It's a gold Maple, but I got a Maple, and I've got an ASC, but I don't have any Britannias. Yeah, I prefer Type 1s too, Richard. So if those are the only ones you ever pick up, that's awesome. That's cool. All the ones that I show you, like I said, I picked up for less than $20. I just have really good luck when I'm over there playing. So, and I get, you get things on spins that you don't hit, like this, or giveaways, or this or that. And that's how I acquire my copper. Silver dimes, silver grams, silver quarters in some cases. I even have some gold backs if that's the case. Two of each type to have a couple of sets of 1986 to 2005. Nice. I've got a gold gilded quarter set sitting over there underneath my stuff. Your bulk is ASEs. My bulk is silver bars. My base stack is mainly silver bars, but I do have a lot of graded coins that I never really meant to acquire silver that way, but it just kind of happened. It wasn't long ago I traded a bunch of silver and upgraded to gold. Then I got lucky with some gold hits and just been kind of stacking, because if I can stack 5 to 6 ounces of silver for less than, because each one of these, think about it, each one of these hits was $20 about, right? So for four $11 hits, right? $11 spots, I won this and a silver Ike in the GSA. And that's a screaming deal. Right, so we'll say $22 on this and $22 on the Ike. So not less than 20, just over 20. This one was less than 20. This was like a $17 spin. Hit it on the first run. All of these are hits like that. Two $10 spins and one $5 spin. And I got double that in silver just sitting in the room waiting for him to pull that card and give me that gold. Three blind hits on a wheel. 3 spins. $21 a spin. So the first two. First two were $21 and I got a coupon, and the last one was 18 something. So we'll say $19. So $61. 2 years Thanksgiving. That's cool. This is the third time I've stacked. I was stacking when silver was $17 an ounce, maybe even a little less. This is the first time I've ever had gold in my stack, though. Like real gold. Gold. This is the most successful time I've ever been able to do it as well. Sticking to my plan. Stacking what I can where I can. I do this as often as possible. I check every Coinstar every time I go buy it. Because if you guys don't know, Coinstar kicks out silver. It also kicks out foreign coins. And I guess Silver Dragons found a gold coin in one of them, but I got a gang of foreign coins to go through. Let's see if there's any silver in here. It sounds like there is. That's awesome, Richard. Alright, what was that? What's up, Emperor Wang? What you doing, man? Welcome in. What does it say? Are you familiar with the Big T coins or Mama T coins here on YouTube? I have won giveaways of silver rounds, Morgans, 90% silver halves, etc. They're good people who try to get back. That's awesome. I'll check them out when we're done, or try to. Yeah, you do learn cool things from coins. Emperor Wang, how are you doing, man? It's almost 9 o'clock for you. Cool. I'll check them out, Renee or John. I'll check them out. The SD Bullion lawsuit is all about them saying they had the lowest price. And apparently they didn't. So it's like a class action suit against them because they drew in a lot of people for sales. Advertising they have the lowest and then not having the lowest once everybody was in there and they were charging what they were charging. Now, if you think about it, I bought from SD Bullion multiple times, so I'm sure I bought during this time period as well. And I could have clicked on them because they said they had the lowest one. Who knows? But I searched through all kinds of bullion online dealers when I'm looking for deals because you'll get that $10 silver starter pack at spot price multiple times throughout a year. I know. So that's why I check a whole bunch of them anyways. But still, if you are looking through and you see lowest price and then you click on that one and then you're going through and they're all relatively the same, but then you go back and it's not that when you get to the very end, then that's where they were getting it. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure, but that's how I see their lowest price thing playing out in a negative way for them. What do you mean Yankee? I know Yankee and Silver Dragons are both. I know Yankee and Silver Dragon are both sponsored by SD Bullion. I always shop around. Yeah, I get it. So, for me, I do go to my LCS. Last time I went to my LCS, he charged me 50 cents over spot for what I bought from him for silver. And at that price, you really can't complain. I mean, I remember buying a 10-ounce silver bar from him. Spot was $36.50. So a 10-ounce bar would have been $3.65. He charged me $3.70. Emperor Wang. I'm sponsored by Nike. The class action law. That's what the class action lawsuit is. That they're being sued for false advertising. I'm assuming. It's all about saying they had the lowest price. As a matter of fact, I bought a 5 ounce bar from SD, actually, from SD Bullion, like 3 weeks ago, and it just shipped a few days ago. It says I should get it Friday. Slow processing this time around. They blamed it on the busiest month in bullion history, October. I bought a whole bunch of metals that day. Couldn't make it to my LCS all week long, so it was just easier for me to buy. And I'm still waiting for everything to get here. I should have just waited till my next day off. I'd have gone and gotten stuff faster, more effective. But for a plain bar that's pretty sexy, um, the silver gold bull bar is pretty good, and it's a good price too. I check them all the time. You can actually, if you've never been there, and you buy a 10 ounce bar, you can get it at spot for the first time. For first time buyers, you can get one per household. So I got their silver 10 ounce bar. It's actually a pretty sexy bar for what it is. Hmm. I don't know where that thing is. Looking for my lens wiper. I don't see it anywhere. Sponsored by Nike, are you, Mr. Wang? Mr. Emperor Wang? I wish I was sponsored by Nike. That'd be sick as shit. Having fresh Nike gear all the time? That'd be badass. Count me in. It's because you're slam dunk skills. I bet. I bet. So just to be clear, Emperor Wang, you are Hawaiian, correct? I was just gonna say, because if you are, you guys are really known for your vertical, right? Vertical jumping, slam dunking. I can imagine. Oh, you're a white dude who lives in Hawaii. Nice. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure. Still, you're really not known for your vertical unless you. How tall are you? 7 foot? I haven't tried to touch the basketball net in a long time. You're not Hawaiian, you're a white dude who lives in Hawaii, man. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to get that wrong. Towering 5'9". Nice. That doesn't mean you don't have hops. You could still have hops. But not if they issued you corrective shoes. Yeah, I'm a whopping 5'10" and something, so we'll say 5'10". Towering 5'9". That's funny. You pick up any silver lately? They won't even let you on the court. That's funny. Richard picked up 4 ASEs for $52 a piece. They're all MS69s. He got a good deal. Your annual fall spot. Oh, you're not picking anything up, huh, John? My dad started shrinking at the end there too, bro. Not to say it's the end for you, but he started shrinking. He was 6'2", and I think he was 5'11" when he was finally laid up to the point where he couldn't do anything more. Well, the thing about it is, we always talk about DCA, right? So just always buying on a schedule or just constantly buying. Whether you just downsize to one piece a week or whatever you do, still be buying and adding to the stack. I mean, I'd still be looking to be adding to the stack. Whether you downsize and just buy less, that's fine. Just still keep adding. I mean, it's not your stack's fault that it's doing what it's doing. And if you're on the fence in either direction, then you'll make a move. But still, I think that I'm still adding. I still add anywhere between 2 to 5 ounces a week. Yeah, I feel you. So you're focusing on I mean, I'm planning on getting some platinum, but are you focusing on gold or platinum? Yeah, because I want to get some platinum. I was already talking about it earlier. I want to get it a half ounce at least, a couple of quarter ounces. Thinking coin instead of bar. Oh, that's cool, John. So if you've tapped out for the year, that's awesome. See, I get a bonus in December, right around December 17th, and it's going to be double what it normally is because I got promoted, and that's the best part of the next step of where I'm at now. Is my bonuses are double now. So instead of 3,000 and change, it's going to be 6,000 and change, maybe pushing seven. So that all being considered, that's a nice chunk of change that I'm going to throw at metals. We'll catch up on a couple of things, put a little money in reserve because you always have to have a little cash, even though I fucking hate fiat currency. And then I'm going to dip the rest into silver and gold and platinum. I'll be able to pick up a half ounce of platinum. I'll be able to pick up a half ounce of platinum, at least a quarter ounce of gold, and 40 ounces of silver, and still have money to do what I need to do to play with. So I'll be sitting pretty. That'll be my last big purchase for the year. And I'm going to talk to OC about working the deal for me. He's a super cool dude. Knows his stuff. Giving up a panda, I don't know. I think I might buy another panda just like it. That way it's got a friend. That way when I show it off, I can show off two of them instead of one. I might just pick up like a $10. I want to pick up a $2.50 piece. So maybe I'll pick up some. Maybe I'll pick up some pre 33. Maybe I'll pick up a $5 Indian and a $2.50. No, a $5 Indian would be a quarter ounce, wouldn't it? And pick up a $5 Indian. Stay pre 33. Well, it's a pretty coin. I do like it. It's my second to favorite gold coin. It is my second to favorite gold coin. It's a pretty. My favorite gold coins, my lady. I'm building my shot reserves for that big giveaway at the end of whenever I get there. I got a lot more to go in order to do what I want to do. A little gold's going to be in there. It's going to be a booty chest, so booty and chest. Silver, gold, and copper. But yeah, I love that panda. That panda's awesome. They definitely do well with their pandas. I gotta call it a night too, actually, go pretty quick. It's almost 3 hours in. Yes, that's a tenth. It is a 1/10. Cool thing about it is my dealer. He only charged me like a $5 or $10 premium on it. He didn't charge me that much for it. He let me have that. I bought two pieces that day, one for a game and one for me. I bought a gold Graham Geiger, a gold Geiger Graham for $5 over spot, and I bought that 10th ounce for $5 over spot. He does me really well when I go in there. When I call, he knows my name. He puts stuff aside for me. He's the one who gave me this 20 ounce of the silver in this pack, all the 5 ounce rounds. Night, Emperor Wang. All right, you guys, I'm gonna split. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you all around tomorrow, the next day, something like that. Probably tomorrow. You know how I do it. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.